Hello and welcome to episode 34 of Seablock. And today is a day for big things to happen. We're going to produce our first big unit of clay bricks. And I was dawdling quite a while around until I had this figured out correctly. And this is by far one of my biggest work orders I have set up until now, because we're going to need a lot of pre-produce and yeah. So I'm looking forward to this, and we're going to enjoy some mess today. I'm pretty sure this is going to be quite a messy thing. So I'm going to pick up a few units of landfill while I'm talking this through with you. So we're going to need 3 different materials for the unburned clay bricks. The unburned clay brick will only go into a furnace, and the furnace will just do the rest. It's nothing too competitive about that. The tricky part about all this will be to bring up the other items that are needed without going completely crazy with the water demands. I was checking this out beforehand, and the most crazy thing about this production is that these production steps, like the sand needs thin mud water, the clay needs concentrated mud water, the lime needs light mud water, and preparing these types of water might be the most annoying part about all this. And once you're past this little annoyance, the rest is quite easy, I figured. So we're going to set this up. But I'm right now a little bit struggling with the whereabouts of the plant. I haven't figured out that completely yet. But I wanted to check this. I wanted to build this somewhere around here, actually. So let's drop them down here. So first steps first, and we're going to need a lot of washing plants here. As a matter of fact, I underestimated the amount of washing plants necessary. I pre-produced a lot of them, and just as I wanted to record this episode, I noticed that I'm actually short of a lot of washing plants here, because I underestimated how many extra units I will need to pre-produce the washing plants. I really completely the different water types, so I underestimated these costs. So I'm pre-producing some more while we're going through this. So, well, I'm all out of landfill. That's why I started to create me some new landfill here, because I felt like it would be a good thing to do that. So much stone in this chest. It's disgusting. Well, alright, but all these things will be solved out soon as well, because I'll dismantle large portions of the base quite soon, because we're going to relay a lot of things now that I'm able to do molten plates and stuff like that. Oh yeah, well, before I'm going to get into the other thing here, I wanted to talk a sec about the metal production here, because I'm well aware of, and it has been pointed out in the comments in the last episode, I'm aware of the fact that these that one blast furnace can produce more ingots than one induction furnace can chow down. So we're having here a net surplus of 3. So basically it's one blast furnace to do to 2 induction furnaces. Thanks for pointing that out. I think I might have overlooked that for a longer time if I didn't get the finger on that. Thanks for that. So I want to rush the clay bricks mainly because they'll make it so much easier to produce metal in the future. Because when I was looking up in the FNEI, so ores, iron ore, here we go. So I want to do this recipe, but to do iron ore like this, I'll need clay bricks for the ore sorting facilities, and there's nothing going to happen before I have those. And that's why I kept the metal production facilities this basic, because I felt like as soon as I have this tech, I'm going to rethink my metal production in a larger scale, because I'm finally able to avoid a lot of these waste products that are cluttering up right now my production chains. That's going to be quite a big step forward, and that's why I keep producing the green science packs in between, because I want to get them going. Alright, so enough of that. We're finally down with the preparations, and let's get going. So here's the influx for the water. So I'll set up 3 different blocks for the different water types, and yeah, to produce these amounts of water, well, let's check it out. How much water do I need each? I'll need 150 units of concentrated mud water. So let's check it out. We're going to make it like this. This will produce a total of 180. It's going to be a little bit more than we're going to need. So luckily Helmod can set you up with multi-step production chains. That's something I really like. So we're going to set this up like this. And I really do like the wait a sec. That's why it's not working. Just wanted to point out how I like this feature, but of course it's not working if I'm not having the proper items in my inventory. So let's do it again. So here we go. No, there's no reason to put them like this. Alright. They come configured with the recipe right away. I really like that. Okay, so we're going to need an input of water and mud water. I'll just, well, I just outplayed myself there. They have to have, of course, a little bit of a distance between each other. Into both directions, I think. I'm so inexperienced with these things. It's quite noticeable, I think. So let's put it something like this in between and check out if everything works out. Alright, I'm going to use those stone pipes I salvaged out of the other part of my factory. So it's going to be the input of that, and we're going to need an offshore pump as well, which I don't have. Okay. Of course, it's the pain behind crafting so many things behind the scenes. Whenever you notice something you want to build, to stop whatever you were doing. So there we go. I want to tidy this up a little bit. Well, that's unnecessarily a wise choice. That's what it comes down to. I'm playing with the Squeak Through mod, and I'm not using it because it's hurting my aesthetics. That's just me. Okay. It's just prettier this way. Okay, so I'll need some mud water over here as well. No? No, it only needs the input of heavy mud water, which will be produced here. So we're going to need this twice. So I'm going to set this up like there. And I'm already noticing that I could have compressed this a little bit more. Okay. There goes the water input, and where's the mud water input now? It's up there now. Oh man, it's a little bit annoying. But, well, let's see. Okay. So, let's give it a little bit power. A little bit of power to see if I have connected the fluids correctly. Alright, so they're having their ingredients filled, and same goes here. Okay, so here in the output now we have the concentrated mud water we need. I guess it would be wise to go through this segment by segment, so we're going to do the clay next. So the clay is basically just concentrated mud water mixed with water, so that's all. Another thing here is these machines will all clog up at some point because they're producing mud. So I'll outpipe the mud here, just to make sure. We're going to do this like that. So back when I let these machines run on the other side of the factory, I only did this for the mud, because I had mistaken the washing plants for another way of gaining landfill, but I don't know. It's not how it works. They're just the mud is just a waste, a byproduct of this procedure. Okay, so next up, 17 washing plants arrayed in a manner that they are able to produce all this stuff. So that means 8 on 8 with some belt in the middle. Let's see. So that's the inserter space, that's the belt space, that's another inserter space, and yeah, there we're going to live, right? So there's room for inserters on both sides. Awesome. Alright, let's do clay. I just want to see how the pipes are set up here. So they're always like this. What a pain. So, well, I guess this seems to be quite okay to me. So, well, we're going to need a lot of pipes, but that's the worst. If that's the worst thing about it, I'm just having the regular C-block experience. So that's 6, 7, and 8. Okay. I'm playing with nanobots here on the C-block now as well, because I figured it's so convenient to have some sort of bot on yourself if you're playing in a mod pack with such extensive arrays. It would be just too long to fetch the bots in a regular way. That's my opinion here. So I'm going to give every one of these blocks access to its own washing plant in terms of mud water input, I'd say. So how much water does this whole ops consume right now? We're consuming 187 units of water. That's not really too much. I also have to keep in mind that I'm having the sulfur gas, which I need to process somehow. Right now I'm not really processing it anywhere, and I think I'm just going to torch it because I have a running sulfur production and I don't need more. So for now we're just going to torch that stuff. Alright. So that's quite quite disgustingly difficult. Or much more complicated. So, well, sure is a lot of pipe, but well, it serves a good cause. So, there we have this gone. Oh, whoa. I'm really sure that we're not going to get the clay bricks done in one episode. I just noticed that somehow it doesn't seem to too short of a production chain. But, well, I gotta say it's my own fault if I aim for 15 of them per second. But I just don't want to fall flat with that stuff now that I'm able to produce a full belt. Who knows what it's going to be used for. Maybe I'm just overshooting hard. But, well, I'm just having some overproduction. I'm going to be happy with it. So, there we go. I mean, I can look it up, so it's not like there's a mystery behind that. So, clay bricks usage. Well, 26 uses. Yeah, I think it's okay that I have a full belt of that. If I had any doubts, they're gone now. Alright, so basically, I just noticed that I can't be like here already. So, oh damn, silly me, it's not the water input. Where's my attention today? Alright. Ah, they're not. That's why. My attention is busted by those by those guys not standing in the right direction. Alright, but now it's the way I wanted it to be. Alright. So I'm going to take this one here. Oh, just noticed how good it would be. So we're going to have a little bit of pipe action here on this side. Finally, I have made up my mind how to do it. But, well, pipe works are just a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to do it like this, and then I can just pipe it off into this direction. So there we go. So I'll have this machine connected to the lower side and this machine connected to the upper side. Perfect. So we're going to have to do it like this for now. Well, I hope this machine won't be having too much troubles. But well. There we go. First unit up and running, and let's proceed with the other guys. So, well, let's do it like this though. There's a slight overproduction anyways, and I'm going to connect this guy over to this one, and then it should be quite even. So let's make those guys a little bit more happy. Turns out the power poles had the absolute wrong positioning here. But at least now everything's properly connected. Okay. Last thing missing is the water. So, how do I want to pipe that? I mean, the easiest approach would be to just get it somehow towards there. So we're going to make it like this. Boom. We made it somehow go up there, right? Right. So there we go. It's going to be the first layer. What a pain the connection game with these washing machines is. It's really a little bit nasty, but I appreciate it. Okay, now we have to do kind of like the same thing on this side as we did on the other side. And I'm out of pipes again. Who would have thought? I want to do something though. I have all these stone pipes. I want to use those stone pipes for something good. So it turns out all these power poles are living in the wrong spot, man. So, but here I'm not going to toss the underground belts anymore. It's maybe I shouldn't have done that over there either, huh? Yeah, let's stop that overkill. Now that I think about it more closely, there's not much gain. I'm not, even if I wouldn't be running with Squeeze Through, there's not much reason to do it like that. Not much to gain. Wait a sec, these were already powered, right? So... that's our clay manufactory. What a big boy this thing is, don't you think? So how many inserters per machine? Slightly a bit more than one. I hate this mod. Well, we're going to be okay with slightly more than one. So let's control copy this stuff and let the bots do the work. So I gotta check out, for some reason this machine here is unhappy. Yeah, I can figure why. Forgot the water connection. So there goes. The only thing missing is the power connection for the inserters. So let's check out the recipe. Clay is the one the stuff I need a full belt of, so good job, yay me. Let's fetch some new materials to craft myself some new belts. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't be making the run for the clay bricks in this episode. But well, who would have thought that it would be such an elaborate game to craft those things? I certainly didn't expect it. I should have expected it though. But one thing I want to do in between, since I am having a run over there anyways, is tossing in some green science into my laboratories. Because I want to research the advanced ore processing as soon as possible, so I had it like this. So, advanced ore refining, 50 of those, and off we go with the research. I want that technology right away. And now that I have crafted myself some new belts, let's get into the next substance to craft. Let's do the lime. So for the lime, we're going to need limestone first, which is made out of light mud water. So let's get into light mud water production. This is... oops, the wrong button. So this is a 222 setup. Damn. So much mud. So much dirt. And so little landfill. Damn. Fail. What a fail. Alright, so, let's pick up some more landfill. I mean, I'm going to drag this production, the setup of this production across 2 episodes anyways, so I hope nobody minds. But I think this is going to be a very, very important spot for my factory in the long run, because I just noticed how much use this stuff has in a lot of different buildings, so yeah. Oh, I should be picking up some bricks while I'm here. There we go. So I think I now have everything I need in my pocket to keep going. Those 820 units of landfill sure come in handy. So there we go. And already done with the advanced ore refining. Alright. So we're having a setup where we're going to set up 2 washing plants per step. So we're having the heavy mud water into concentrated mud water. This is going to be exactly the same like here, but I'm going to set it up like that. So we're going to have this into that, into that. I know I'm building a little bit too spacious here, but I have a plan with that in mind, because this is not spacious enough, isn't it? Yeah. I want to keep the ability to arrange pipes in between these machines. I want to... Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening there? There's a meltdown on a whole generator array, so... I'm sorry, guys. This is quite important. I'm pretty sure that something is clogged up in the machinery. Yep, just like I said. Them poor boys are not able to sustain themselves. Well, why? What's going wrong there? So let's fetch the jumpstart charcoal. Well, it's good to have some depots here and there. There's a lot more throughput now. Great. So, I don't get it, to be quite honest. They have a input arm. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. There's certainly a good reasoning for this to happen, but I wouldn't do it like I did it here a second time anyways, so... I have a big power surplus, so this will balance itself out at some point again. Alright, back to topic. We're going to need... So, heavy mud water, boom. Into concentrated mud water, boom. And then light mud water, boom. So, let's connect that stuff. There we go. And it seems to me that I'll need some copper pipes as well. So, the machine here comes back huffing and puffing, just like I expected. And I'll need some more water input here. So there's going to be two major points of need. It's going to be this direction here and that direction. So let's pipe it through something like this here. And obviously, I seem to be out of underground pipes soon. But tell me something new. Okay. So this stuff has to be piped somehow into the incinerator. So probably just go with some underground pipe here, and just oh no, not like this. Let's do it like that. Oh, come on, seriously? Well, whatever. Then I'm going to do it like that. It's just too convenient to not to, you know. What's the issue here, though? Something's not working as intended there. So this is why is there trouble with that? Oh my goodness. That's why. Oh boy, I got it all wrong set up here. So, wait a sec. But what went wrong here was that I confused some of those outputs. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so I have the input here, and I think if I do it like that, everything should be just fine. So if I read this disaster right, I should have corrected it in a second. Okay, so now everything is working out as intended. Oh boy, I overlooked the alignment, that the alignment of these connectors was completely wrong. So tell you what, friends, we're going to set up the other half of the machinery in the next episode. I'm certain that I'll have to do a few things differently here. Let's see, there's another bug in the machine now. Oh, this is now so bad. But whatever. So this was right all along, wasn't it? profoundly confused, but I think everything should be now connected correctly. Or is it? Well, they're just not having enough concentrated mud water, but so that stuff's the output. Oh, I think no, I didn't find the mistake there. So let's check it out. This guy is connecting here with there, with there, with there, with there, but here's the problem. Okay. So everything seems to be corrected. We're going to head into the other half of the production scheme in the next episode. Now that I've wrapped up my head around this, I'm pretty sure we're going to finish the clay brick production in the next episode. So drop me a comment down below. You know the drill. Some likes and some other supportive actions are appreciated as usually. Until then, have a good time. Bye bye.